What's up, gang? Welcome back to another video. Well, today I come with good news and I come with bad news. You want the good or the bad first? All right, I'll start with the bad news. Well, in my last video, you guys saw that I went ahead and passed a funded account, had that thing activated and ready to go, and I blew my funded account. That's the bad news. So let's get into the video and I'll let you know what the good news is. All right, hang tight. Okay, you guys, so here we are back at the charts, and before I get into the good news, I'm just going to run real quickly through the past couple of days using the bread and butter strategy and how me and the team were able to get a few wins this week so far. So I don't believe I traded anything on Monday, but here's Tuesday. And as you guys can see, we had some pretty hefty action here. There's a few news events this week. With this day, man, this is the 5-minute chart. But as you can see, with this kind of movement, you know, the 1-minute chart price was just moving like astronomically. Of course, we were looking for this break of structure right here, blasted up. We ran our fib from the low, kept dragging it to the high, to the high, to the high, and this thing was just left us in the dust. It just kept going. We sat through the day for a little bit. Didn't really take much of a trade. A couple of us, I think, took some momentum trades in here just to try to ride the momentum a little bit. And then a little later, right around this, was this like 11 o'clock-ish, I started noticing a head and shoulders pattern forming, which of course again stands out a little more on the 1-minute chart, but I'm gonna stay right here because it's cleaner. But yeah, so I sent that out to the crew and said, hey, look, this is looking like a head and shoulders. Of course, we got price breaking the neckline here, so I took my sell right around in here somewhere, and I was looking to fill in this gap here. We got almost 100% fill. You can see stopped us right about here before it's turned around. So I kind of just rode the momentum down for a little bit and ended up making my goal for the day. So that was Tuesday. Then yesterday, Wednesday, this thing was I think was it CPI news, I think, and this thing just went stupid. I actually hadn't even gotten in when this happened, of course, at 8:30, because usually I'm looking at 9:30ish to get in. But I looked at this and I'm like, whoa, okay. I didn't even realize there was news, so I checked on Forex Factory, got the news, and I'm like, all right, bet. So I put out a post to the crew that we should start looking for what I call my news strategy, which is basically when you're getting these giant displacement candles from news, you want to look for anything that's going to give you a change of character. So once it starts coming down, it gets a little weak, you'll start seeing doji candles and stuff. When you get a candle that starts breaking structure, giving you that change of character in there, then you can take a buy or sell if it's going the other way. But in this case, you take a buy and you ride it to at least the halfway point of the main candle, the main drop, 50% rate retracement, because you'll know that in one of my other videos I did some research and there was a very high percentage of moves like this that actually end up retracing, and the reason is because obviously the market has to balance itself. So we went ahead and took this trade. We got our TP1 at the 50%. After it went on past 50% and did a pullback, I jumped back in and caught it for the full retrace. So that was Wednesday. Today is Thursday, and this was today's action. Again, there was some more news, and Something that I noticed, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna switch to 1 minute for this one. I'll go back over here. Oh, oh my gosh. All right. So what I noticed over here is, when market opened up and we started taking off, right? Of course, as usual, I'm running my fib. Make this big enough for you guys to see. I'm running my fib from the low up to the high, and I'm looking for, the retrace back into the hot zone here. But what I noticed is that price was aggressive coming down. You see these big old candles? These are 1 minute candles. They're very husky and very, energetic. So I was trying to send a message to the crew to not take the buy yet, because I felt like it was going to sweep all these equal lows. So see these, you got kind of this clean level here, what somebody would consider as support. That is a target in a lot of cases for liquidity to be swept, because people that bought here would have had their stops, somewhere under these levels. So I'm like, wait, don't buy it yet. And sure enough, and then the other piece of confluence, if you guys know about fair value gaps, you got a big old gap right here, big imbalance. That is not how my gaps look. There we go. So you had a big old imbalance down here that needed to get filled in at least to 50%, right? Price did that. It swept the lows, mitigated the fair value gap, and once I started seeing another change of character, which is when this candle started breaking this little miniature swing high, that's when I took the buy. Price went up, actually came back one more time for us, so anybody could have taken an entry here. And what if you notice here is that if you look closely, you have strong candles pushing up. This last down close candle is an order block. So where do I have it? Oh. Alright, so you got your order block, and of course, candle, beautiful little rejection out of the order block. And of course, we're taking TP1 as a basic trade in the bread and butter strategy. But of course, with this one being kind of a wait and watch type of bread and butter, you wouldn't have taken your pending orders in the hot zone. You want to wait. Anytime you see this, and I say this time and time again, anytime you see this energetic candles pressing towards your entry zone, whether it's selling off for a buy or it's buying up for a sell, you want to wait. Only when you're having smaller candles kind of taking their time, coming down, maybe a little rejection, pushing up, pushing down a little bit, them little guys, like, stuff like this here, even candles that look like these, those are the ones you want to see for you to use a pending order in this strategy. But because of this one being energetic, we waited, we let it sweep liquidity, fill the gap, waited for a change of character to come up out of that. This one tapped into the order block. I didn't use that for my entry, but this would have been a prime target. After that, of course, you got your TP1, TP2, TP3, and TP4 before it started coming back down, right? So then we had the president was talking today, and I think he was talking about some tariffs and stuff like that. So that actually I didn't take. Whoa, okay, hello. I didn't take much off of this. I just kind of scalped based on what news was kind of pushing people to do. But what I noticed is that this one kind of gave us another bread and butter strategy. And I sent out a message, and I'm like, hey, is Trump going to give us a Trump bread and butter? So if you look, you've got break of structure, strong over that. You run your fib from your low up to the high. They pulled right back into the hot zone. See these candles, how they're taking their time getting down? All of this. It wasn't blasting down like that other one. That's where you could have taken your pending order, either at the first level of the hot zone, your mid-level, or your prime level, right? This one took you up and gave you a TP1 and a TP2 before market closed out. So that is all the action we had so far this week, of course, because this is today's action. And the good news is that today's trades afforded me a very nice profit, which in turn allowed me to pass another combine on my Top Step account. So I have another funded account. It is fresh and ready to go, activated, all that good stuff. So I'm going to get back into it and try not to make those silly mistakes when it comes to bringing yourself to a payout. That's, I'm finding, is the hardest thing to do when it comes to these things, because well, I tell you, once you get that account, it's hard to stick to your plan. But I'm working at it. I'm just like you guys, and I plan to. God, my notifications are so loud. But I plan to keep you guys posted. Let's see if I can shut this thing up. I plan to keep you guys posted, and let you know when I finally make it to that first payout, because that is the goal, obviously, for all of us. So I guess I don't have too much else. Oh, I guess I can. Do I have the? Oh, I don't. But what I could do. Does it show me this? It will not. I moved a little too fast before I could do the video to be able to show you guys the progress on the trading the combine account. I don't know. Oh yeah. Let me see if it'll show. Okay, there it is. So get this, you guys. I had this thing. I passed it in 4 days, right? 3 or 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. And like day one, I got this sucker down. I was like, I want to say I was like $30 or something like that from the total drawdown, the max, before I like blew the account. And bro, I brought that sucker all the way back from hell up into blue sky territory. So this can be a little bit of proof for you guys that, don't get too discouraged, when you're having a rough time, and don't just give up, because I've done it before where I got so close to blowing it that I'm just like, screw it. I'm just going to play the lottery. And if something wins, then it just wins. But in this one, I was a little more tactical about it. So it worked out, and we are funded again. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys, man. I hope everyone is having a good trading week. And, you guys are always free to join my free Telegram group, Guerrilla Trading on Telegram, of course. The link for that group is in the description down below. I also have a link if you guys want to go ahead and sign up for a funded challenge. I will tag both Top Step and Apex if you guys want to get in on that. So without anything else to give you, you guys have a blessed day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.